Alright, what I think I'm going to do is bring the dogs back, let them warm up. I don't want their paws to get frostbite because even though it's a very mild day out here, there is still that possibility if they're out in the cold too long that they could get frostbite on their pads, on their paws. So I'm going to bring them back, get Mabel settled too, where she's nice and cozy, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty on the clothing I've been wearing, and then I'll share with you my little secret in how I keep Miss Mabel warm out here when we're hiking. Sound good? Alright. So yeah, that's the secret. That's the secret you were waiting for.
Hey Sightseers, Sally here. If you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, that means you missed part 1 of this 2-part video series. After I got back, I realized it would be best to split it up into 2 parts. So, if you want to find out what the secret is that I'm talking about here, go watch part 1. I'll have it linked for you in the description box below for easy access.
Looks like we got some deer tracks. I'm pretty sure it's pretty active out here at night with deer. I bet if we waited long enough and sat and were quiet, they might come in for us. I think I'm going to save that for another time though. The whole point of this video is to share with you the gear or the clothing I've been wearing and Mabel's little secrets. So what I think I'm going to do now is head on back, and then I'll check back in with you and share with you the gear I wore today, what clothing I wore, how I stayed warm. Because, you know, isn't that the point of this video? Now that we're back and Mabel's all tucked in and snug as a bug in a rug, thought I'd go over real quick what I was wearing today and what you might want to use for a guide if you're going to be going out and doing any kind of cold weather hiking. So, to start out with, the extremities are the most important thing as far as keeping yourself warm. As long as you keep your head, your hands, and your feet warm, you should be all right with your core. That's general guideline. So let's start with that. On my head, I had my Columbia hat. It's a fleece hat. Nothing special about that. It doesn't have any kind of lining or anything. Today it was perfect because it was 30 some degrees out there, and with the sun shining and all that, and being black, kept my head perfectly warm. Now on colder days when the thermometer dips down into the 20s and teens, I go for a different hat that's a lot thicker, a lot warmer, but when we're getting above like 25, 30 degrees, then this is my go-to hat. And then for my hands, I have these gloves. Nothing special about them. They're Armadillo brand, and I bought these several years ago. I like that they have like a fleece lining on the inside, and then the outside is a neoprene type fabric layer. I believe if you look at it, it's 100% polyester, but whatever. And they're lighter weight, which for today was perfect. And because I'm filming and all that, I'm taking them on and off. So, you know, wearing a pair of heavy, thick gloves really isn't going to cut it when I'm out filming. And then on my feet, I had these socks. They're heat holders. I managed to pick up a pair from TJ Maxx for $8.99. I think normally they retail for maybe close to 20 bucks, not really sure. But what I really like about these socks, and these socks I'm telling you are the bomb, way better than the She brand socks that I reviewed. They have this special, they call it a proprietary blend, fabric blend, and it's just real fuzzy, soft. It's like nice on your feet. It keeps your feet toasty warm. I don't think any of my other socks come close to keeping them as warm as these do, as long as you have adequate circulation in whatever shoe or boot you're wearing. Because if you're wearing these thicker socks and your shoes or boots are really super tight, your feet are gonna end up sweating and getting cold. So these, along with the boots I have a pair of Arctic Cat boots that I bought for snowmobiling some years ago. Those were the boots that I was wearing today with the snowshoes. Otherwise, if I'm hiking, I may wear a pair of hiking boots with like these socks, or else sometimes I have socks that are wool blend that I like to wear. And then for my base layers, I had on this shirt here that I'm wearing right now. It's your basic athletic wear, heavier, like outdoor type base layer. It's got that brushed fleece feeling on the inside, and it's got the wicking capability. It's probably made out of polyester, and it has the nice little thumb holes, so you pull the sleeves down, and then when you put your gloves on like this, that's all tucked in there nice, so you don't have any gaps. That keeps you warm. On my lower half, I'm wearing a pair of like fleece lined leggings. These, I believe, are Avalanche brand. I picked them up from TJ Maxx for about 20 bucks. Really good deal. If you hadn't noticed, I've worn them before in my other snowshoeing videos, and they do a great job of keeping me insulated, keeping me warm, especially when I'm out being active. If I was maybe sitting around, or if it was colder, I would probably want to throw on another layer over this, and that way I would be warmer. But today, with the amount of activity I was doing, it was like perfect. So, and then on my outer layer, my jacket, I was wearing this thinner Columbia jacket. Now, I'm not trying to do a plug for Columbia, it just happens that my hat and my jacket happen to be from there. And what I like about this jacket is the inside is that furry kind of fabric, and then it's got the elastic so you can tighten it up so you don't have the wind blowing up your back, which was real nice. It's not really a windbreaker per se, because this outer fabric is more like a nylon, so it's more, I would say it's probably one of them layers where if you had another windbreaker type layer you could put on over if it was colder. But being today as it was, this was perfect. I didn't overheat, which is something, once you start overheating, you start sweating, and then that's when you start losing a lot of body heat, is when you're overheating and you're sweating like that. So you want to try and dress in layers, but keep the layers appropriate for the weather. If you have any questions on anything, whether it's regarding how I dressed Mabel up or with regards to the layers and things, the gear that I wore today, let me know in the comments section below. Otherwise, I think I'm going to head on out of here. I've probably yapped my mouth way too long in this video for you. So, until next time, this is Sightseeing Sally and Mabel. Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible. Whoever said patience was a virtue never went filming with 3 dogs, one of them being a beagle, on a scent after deer. Just saying. Because all she could smell is the deer and all the other critters out here. I shouldn't pick on her. She's actually being really good, considering that the scents, her nose is amazing, and all the scents that must be playing with it right now, because we're right on the skirts of the woods here. she is behaving. So gotta give kudos to Mocha for being a good beagle. You're being a good beagle, Mocha.